I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 10, Volume 7. And this week, we've got a Philips tape. We've got quite an old Philips tape, actually. Well, no, it's not that old. It's old. It's 30 plus years old. We got Philips tape, and it's quite a nice one, actually. It's a nice, clean condition, so I'm hoping for good things here, that we get a good load. You notice there's a few little things here written on the top of it. One is Horace Goes Skiing, Travels of Trashman, Saberwolf, and Horace... Oh no, it's Horace and the Spiders and Horace skiing. Oh, that's going to be good, actually. I haven't seen Horace and the Spiders in ages. Right, so we've got that, and I've got a little list in here with some possible things on here. It's got Jetpack, Cyber Rats, Slippery Sid, Blind Alley, Horace Goes Skiing, Pymania, Saberwolf, Trashman, Ant Attack, Mr. Wimpy, Travels or with Trashman, and Tignog, is it called? Tiganog, or whatever it is. And then on the other side, it's got apparently it's got Southern Belle and Nightshade. So I'm not sure whether or not those are actually on there on the other side. I think one side's very full, but I'm not sure the other side is quite full. But without further ado, we'll get that one there, that in a tape drive. Right, so the tape's in the drive, and we're going to go down to basic, which I've already moved down to. Isn't that good? Should we do it again? There we go. Let's start that again. And tape's in the drive. Let's go to basic and do our favourite, load dit. Oh, God, that's terrible, isn't it? Anyway, load dit, or load speech marks. So, first thing on this tape should be Jetpack, which is an absolute classic. I love Jetpack. Jetpack's one of my favourite games. I got a few Ultimate games. A funny thing is, I never thought of them as being that kind of more expensive range. I don't know about you, but I never actually thought of them being the more expensive range. I used to get them. They weren't hugely expensive. I'm sure that Jetpack, which was probably quite expensive at the time. I'm sure it was only. I'm sure that I got Attic Attack for about £5.99. And I think I got Jetpack for about £3.99. It was kind of reduced in whichever store it was at a particular time. And I love Jetpack. I think Jetpack's a fantastic game. I think it's not underrated because everybody blooming loves it. And I know that they've done a remake where the platforms change where they sit, because obviously once you get really good at Jetpack, it's a bit easy to kind of, I guess, rotate through the levels over and over again. But it's still a blooming brilliant game. And this title sequence, or this title screen here, is one of these things that are kind of, with all the colours and the spectrum thing there, and his jetpack going and all this kind of stuff, and it just looked really good, and it really played really well. And I mean, I know there's a couple of variants out there, isn't there? I think that's the case. I think there's one that says something, and then one that says all spectrums or something similar. There's two variants of the cover, but I have to admit, I really love Jetpack. It's a really good Ultimate Play the Game. And I know they made a remake, didn't they? There's a remake that's a modern day homebrew, and then there's a remake that there is one that came on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 generation, which allowed you to actually play the original Spectrum one. And did it come out on the Rare Replay as well? Did they put that on there? Was that one of the things they put on there, stuck on there, the Rare Replay? I suspect it was, actually, to be honest with you. I wouldn't blame them if they actually did. I wouldn't have blamed them if they actually did, because it is a cracking game. So, of course, it's also the Bank Holiday weekend. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. So yeah, Bank Holiday weekend. I don't know if you've got anything planned. My things were kind of a little bit ruined. I'm actually having my first week off in a very, very, very long time. It's been almost 2.5 years since I've had one, just because of the needs must. I've had like a couple of days occasionally when I've got away with it, sort of snuck out for a couple of days, but that's basically it. So this is the first time, so I'm quite excited. So I've got a long weekend, which is with the kids off, and then a little bit of time with my wife during the week, and then the weekend again. And it's really exciting, actually. All right, okay. Have you got anything planned, though? Have you got anything planned for the weekend? Let's see if I can remember the controls. I can. So the idea is you're a little jetman, and you basically fly around here, or jetpack. You got a little jetpack. You collect up all the parts to your ship, which is a great arcade idea. Love the idea of arcade stuff. Collect all of the bits and pieces. There's our bonus points. Then you collect the necessary fuel to fill this thing up, which will just drift down the screen like that, and you avoid the meatballs. I know they're meant to be meteorites, but I always thought they looked like meatballs, personally. So you avoid the meatballs as they fly down while shooting your laser. You don't have to shoot your laser, but you can shoot your laser. And then it slowly fills up, and once it's full to the brim, you blast off from this strange alien planet to the next one. And what the beauty of this game is, apart from obviously the creatures change, these meatbally creatures change. Apart from that, you also get change of spaceships. So at a certain point, you kind of upgrade from U1 as it's called down there to U2, U3, and U4. And then it loops around basically. And I'm sure everybody can remember how to loop it round, or could actually get to that point. I never did, though. I was never that good at Jetpack. I used to love Jetpack, but I was never that good. I think I was rash. I think that's the thing. As a kid, I think I was a bit rash with when I would land on stuff. So there we go. That's me away. I think I would just go a bit crazy and sort of like I don't know, try and get over the level far too fast. But it was one of my favourites as a kid. I just, as I say, never got that good at it. I'm funnily enough, I'm better now. I'm slightly older than I was when I was younger. Only because I think I'm less rash. But that's about it. And by the way, everybody hides at the top here because it's just a simple place where nothing can get you, pretty much, unless you're stupid and get them to sort of come after you in some way or bounce around the back like that one is. There's a radiation thing down the corner there, radioactive fuel type thing. I think it's a great game. Dead simple, makes a lot of sense, plays really well. And as I say, the remake for the homebrew remake for the Spectrum basically shifts around all the platforms. So these platforms that are there shifts them around. I think it probably has music as well. I think they improved the graphics. They made it brighter colours and things. Not that it needs it. It looks brilliant as it is. It does. It looks absolutely brilliant. It's got it, and it's the lack of sort of real caring about the colour clash, which is also brilliant. There we go. And that's the last one in, and we're dropping, and we're in. Yeah, you see, I've remembered how to play this. It's a good game, actually. It's really nice. I really enjoy it. Sometimes the simplest little arcade games were brilliant. And remember, this was created for 16K as well, so it's even more impressive. It's a bit like Sir Lancelot. Sir Lancelot's another cracking game. Melbourne House's Sir Lancelot, another cracking sort of 16K game. Sort of proved what 16K could get away with, or what they could do on it. And it's quite a lot, actually, because effectively it's the same processor as the old Spectrum. It's just a little bit less. It's just less memory. So more less space to jam things into. This is a dangerous spot here. We'll run it in. We ran it in. Oh, God. Nearly. I haven't lost life yet, though. Many a Saturday spent wild away doing this. First thing, though, on a Saturday, because we only had one telly in our house. First thing on a Saturday was the cartoons. And we used to watch the cartoons, and you used to watch what was it? Tiswas, wasn't it? And Saturday, the swap one with Noel Edmonds and all that. Yeah, we used to watch those, and it was mainly for the cartoons, though. We used to watch it for the cartoons. I don't know about you, but remember the Spider-Man with Iceman and Firestar, wasn't it? That was quite cool. Quite like that one. That was a bizarre one. It was like when they were like living together as teenagers in a place. Well, not quite teenagers, sort of young adults living together in New York. I quite like that one. It was Firestar, wasn't it? His name was Firestar. I'm sure it was Firestar. I quite enjoyed that one. I also remember the tragedy was Sarah Green was on it, wasn't she? At one point, Sarah Green got abused while talking to, I can't remember the name of the band, but somebody phoned up and used the F word live on telly. It was quite extreme, really. I remember being quite shocked as a small child about the use of the F word on this thing. Poor Sarah Green. Was it Sarah Green? Got a bit racier later on in life, though, didn't it? Because we later, and obviously she's the same age as us. There was Danny Bear, and I'm sure I've mentioned Danny Bear before. But Danny Bear, she got sacked from the one with the Ant and Dec fellas. The PJ and Duncan, as they used to be called, before they changed the names, obviously, to Ant and Dec. PJ and Duncan. Now they had Danny Bear, and she got thrown off because she would do underwear shoots as well, which was apparently inappropriate for children. I don't think she was forcing the children to watch the underwear shoots, but you never know. That would have been dark, didn't it? But yeah, it's just, so we had her on there as well. And it was good. It was Saturday morning, and then after that, after we got to the point where it went to start to go to the adult TV programs, the ones you didn't really want to watch. Wasn't exactly songs of praise, but you know what I mean. If there was Sunday, it was songs of praise. But you got the adult TV programs then, the ones that you didn't really want to watch. Like the farming update or something similar. So then at that point we moved on to putting the Spectrum on, and then that was the morning of Jetpack. I mean, I don't know how you spent your Saturday mornings, but that's how I did mine. So used to get a little bit of pocket money from doing a paper round. I never liked doing a paper round though. I was too lazy for it, to be honest with you. I don't like early mornings, and I still don't like early mornings. And getting up for sort of 6 o'clock in the morning to go to take the papers round places, people's houses, in the cold, on my bike, and it was heavy. It was just not much fun, realistically. So I was never very good at paper rounds. So I negotiated a deal where somebody else did the mornings and I did the afternoons. It was quite clever, really. Yeah, I'll do the afternoons. I'll take half the wages, and I'll just do the afternoon stuff. So that's what happened. I'm really enjoying this. Sorry, I've gotten well and truly, sort of into this one. Oh, finally died, and it's ready to go. In we go with U2, Rocket U2. There we go. We're flying away into the sky. I'm expecting to be bothered by Amazon actually halfway through this video, because I've ordered a few Switch games recently because I like Switch games. And to be fair, they've become my new collector's thing. I've totally stopped collecting anything to do with the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation and PlayStation 5 and the Xbox stuff. Just completely given up on it. I've completely given up on collecting anything for those. I mean, if you're only collecting it for the models that come in the packs, so little plasticated models or something similar, or CDs that come with it. That's the only reason you'd collect those. But I've just completely swapped over to the Switch, because you get a cartridge and it's on the cartridge, So I mean, I know you get updates on them, but I'm sticking with the Switch. I'm loving the Switch at the moment. It's my favourite retro console. I've bought a bunch of indie titles. Battle Axe being one of them. Looks absolutely awesome. Old school sort of beat 'em up thing. Slightly Gauntlet and Golden Axe inspired. So that looks really cool. And to be fair, it's just become it's been the console I want to collect for. It's not like that was close. Just become the console I wanted to collect for, the one I wanted to actually sort of I don't know, just something to enjoy, realistically, a console to enjoy. Okay, here we go. I'll get the thrust away. There's the Millennium Falcons, the Millennium Falcon level. It's actually a pretty easy level, Millennium Falcon level. I'm doing really well. Oh, God. I said I'm doing really well here as he flies into one of these. I keep doing that. I remember I was playing my Truck Simulator game not too long ago, and I got a comment from somebody who'd actually just sort of listened to the whole thing, and it was like I'd started by saying it's a good chill-out game, this one. Oh God, I'm going to die was what the next thing was they put in it, which is actually what happened in the Truck Simulating game. I was kind of, oh God, I'm going to die. Oh my gosh. And then this one. Let's see if we can walk this one in. Yeah, there we go. Straight in, flying off. Fully loaded. Space shuttle is away. It's every 4 levels it changes, so this would be the 4th level. Look at my score. I'm doing really well, guys. Okay. A little bit of thrusting. Oh, it's the frog level. The space alien frog level, where the homing space alien frog level. Oh, yeah. A bit more difficult now on the space alien homing frog level. Is it 4 different spaceships it is? I think it is 4 different spaceships, or is it just 3? Either way, it's a blooming fantastic game, this. And if you haven't got a copy, find a copy. It was re-released. It had, obviously, 2 variants of the original cover, and then it was re-released. It's well worth playing. And if you haven't got a Spectrum still, get your emulator out and bung it on there, because you'll love it. You'll love playing this. I've just wasted 13 minutes of this episode plus to show you the fantasticness of this game. So next week we'll have the other half of this tape. That's the first thing we're going to do, or whatever's left on it, and we'll see if it's a bit short. We'll dig something else out. But we'll have the other half of this tape, and the week after, it depends on what turned out to be the choice for the which computer hits it was. So it was kind of computer hits 1 and computer hits 3 were the options. If I was doing, I think it was computer hits 3, it was going to be longer. It was going to be a longer sort of. Do you know what? I've just realised I'm looking at this spaceship, and I watched last night, of all things, I watched Black Hole. The Disney one. That's quite dark for Disney, actually. It's got like slave robot humans in it, which are from the undead. I mean, you can remember this is a Disney thing, and you've got Maximilian, the robot, which carves somebody up with his sharp sort of robot clipper things that he has. Yeah, it's pretty dark, realistically. But that looks just like their spaceship that they arrive in. They arrive in a spaceship that looks exactly like that. Well, very similar anyway. That's kind of cool. There's a bit of homage there to the Black Hole. I didn't realise that. Or maybe it was the other way around. When was the Black Hole released? Was that before or after Jetpack? Somebody will tell me in the comments below. But I just wondered. Or maybe Disney stole it from this game. You can imagine. Very similar anyway. See, we're on meatballs again. So the levels are effectively looping now, but just with a different spaceship. So this should be fuzzies now. Little bouncing fuzzies. Look at me, I'm smashing the score here. I've never done so well on Jetpack. It's because you're watching, you see. That's what it is. You personally have improved my performance. So, oh, fuzzies. Yeah, I think the worst thing were the frogs, probably, chasing you around. Fuzzies are no problem at all. Oh, he says. No problem at all, and the fuzzy gets him. I was getting complacent there, because I've realised we haven't moved on. We've got loads of games to see. We have loads of games to see. I'm just really enjoying that. Right. I might sacrifice myself. Can I get to 30,000 points and then sacrifice myself to a fuzzy? There's some points there. I'll get this one, so we can get that one in there. And we'll sacrifice ourselves to the great almighty fuzzies. There we go. One more. There we go. Come on then, fuzzies. 30,000 points. I'll take that. That was a good game indeed. Right, okay, let's reset the spectrum. 1983. When was Black Hole is the next question. I can't remember. The ship was very, very similar. Almost a homage to that. Right, okay, loaded it. And then I don't know what's next. What's it say is next? Cyber Rats. With a S instead of a C. I hope you've got coffee. I've got coffee. Hang on. Time for a quick coffee. Oh, I love coffee. Coffee's brilliant, isn't it? Coffee's brilliant. Unfortunately, that was pretty much the end of the cup. I decided to make one a bit earlier than the episode, and I've been supping at it while I've been waiting to sort of get everything sorted, plugging everything in and whatever else it is. So that was, unfortunately, it's pretty much the end of the cup. I've only got one mouthful left. We'll save that for a second. We'll save that for a little bit further through. But coffee's good. We love coffee. Is this Slippery Sid then? Cyber Rats. There's quite a lot of little small ones here. These are I think they're mostly little 16K ones, apart from obviously Saberwolf 16K. Can't remember. This is a really good hits tape. You know, if this is a compilation, this should be worth buying. Back in the day, I do like compilations. Somebody asked me. Oh, I don't remember this. 1982 Cyber Rats. It looks a bit like Centipede. 1 for keyboard. S to start. Cyber Rats. Not a game I know. Okay. And Zero Fire? Yeah, it's Centipede. Centipede, but with rats. which I can't hit for love nor money. Shoot the rat down. There we go. Not one I've played before. Quite like it. They actually drop bits of grass, the cyber rats do. And then there's more rats, and then a rat coming down the screen. That's all right, actually. Plays well. I like the font that they've used for the numbers. That's a kind of a very arcadey looking style. I like that. That's kind of a nice touch. I never. I think I've said this before in the episodes before that I never actually thought of Centipede as a shoot 'em up, and it actually is a shoot 'em up, isn't it? I think it's because it started, and I think somebody mentioned this in the comments, and I can't remember who you were, so I apologise if you mentioned it in the comments. But I think you're right, because it started it was one of them early games that was starting the genre, and we didn't really know what shoot 'em up was at the time. I think that's why, if you were old enough to remember this in the arcade and other things that went with it, then you most definitely would have thought of this. Oh my God, look at that! Avoiding the rats like crazy here. You would have thought, you might not have thought of it as anything other than Centipede. It's a bit like Space Invaders, isn't it? Space Invaders technically is a shoot 'em up, but you probably never thought of it as a shoot 'em up. Does that make sense? Oh, it stopped. I just press S to start again. Oh, that's interesting. You don't even press anything. Right, okay, on we go. Next one. Okay, what we got next? This is Slippery Sid. Now, I don't know what Slippery Sid is. It rings a bell with me, but I can't remember exactly what Slippery Sid is. No, but yeah, I mean, it's really weird, isn't it, that the genre like shoot 'em ups was kind of like that. I think Centipede is. I've got a newfound respect for Centipede as a result of the fact that I think of it as an actual shoot 'em up now rather than a centipede, if that makes sense. I've got a little bit more respect for it as a game. I don't think I really particularly liked it. I think when I played it originally, it was probably had the trackball thing going on with it, so not the joystick. And I don't think I ever really got used to trackballs, because they use trackballs on things like Missile Command as well. And although it's kind of logical, I never really liked it, if that makes sense. It never really gelled with me. The joystick was always the way, and I think that's because I ran into the trackball later, not earlier, even though it was around for quite a long time. I think it was more joysticks, and then of course the first arcade game I ever played was Space Invaders. So I was lucky enough to play it on a joystick properly, and yeah, I think it's one of those things, and it's what you grow up with or you learn with, if that makes sense. So if you're always happy with a particular tool for a trade, then you kind of stick with it. It's a bit like I mean, my obsession with for instance the arcade challenge that we do every week, where we play a different arcade game, sort of randomly selected. Every week we do the challenge, it's either furthest or highest score to actually do it. And I think my obsession with always playing it on an arcade joystick is really that that's what arcade joysticks are about. So it's an interesting one. I haven't played this one before, by the way, have I? I'm hoping I haven't played this one before, because I have a feeling I'm looking at it going, have I played this one before? Because Slippery Sid is this one where we've got the long sort of. I don't think I have played this one before, because because it was last season and we didn't do it. But Slippery Sid we appeared before, and it was quite a good game actually. We quite enjoyed Slippery Sid. No, I definitely haven't played it before, because this is a new tape that I've been given by the Retro Cavern. It just happens that sometimes I think they loop around on themselves, don't they? And they do the same. We get the same things through that we had previously. So I think that's what we have occasionally. I think that's the case. He says. Yeah, quite honestly, I'm just looking at my videos quickly now while I'm looking at this, and quite literally there is a video from the other day, from earlier in the month, where we got very similar games, because quite literally people put on the same games, because if they're good, they put them on again. So I do apologise. We seem to be seeing them again, but I promise you, we've not done this tape before. It's a new one. It's a totally new tape that we're actually doing here. So we'll carry on. Yeah, for a minute there, just crossing my mind that we've done it before. Right, level 1. We've got to remember the keys for it, though. Oh, God. I've got to remember the keys for this. It's not the old usuals, is it? Is that QA's... I've got him. Right, so basically this is a rather nice little game actually. So they're poisonous, those black toads. So we're eating toads as the snake, Slippery Sid. And we basically have to eat all the toads on the level to get to the next one. So basically a variation of Snake. With a snake. Because it's a snake game, so that's exactly what it is. And then we basically clear that, and we move on to the next level. I really like this one. We played this a while ago, and I say it was actually a brilliant game. And it's really weird though. It's like we've got a selection of games from the must be almost the same person, I'm guessing, but it probably isn't because it's not the same collection. But with this is the tape from the Retro Cavern from earlier. But yeah, it's fine. Oh, extra points, I think. Wow. I could have got the extra points there. I was thinking about that there. Oh, I did like this game. Yeah, it's a good little game. It kind of spews more black frogs into the level, so the more the poisonous frogs sort of appear as the game goes on. But it's a good game. I say, I'm hoping we're not having a complete rerun of the level before. I'm hoping it's not a copy of the tape that was there before, actually. Right, I'm going to leave it there for a second. I'm going to come back in a second, because I want to just check, because if it is, then I'm going to stop and start again, and apologise to you all mightily. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. I think paranoia kicked in there. I was completely convinced that I'd played all these games before, which is absolutely true because they've appeared on What's on the Tape. This is an episode of What's on the Tape Bingo. You just basically score off all the games that we've played previously in a little selection. But I was as I say, I was kind of like, we've played this one before. Yeah, we have, on every other What's on the Tape. So Jetpack, yes, ding! Cyber Rats, I don't think so. I don't think Cyber Rats has featured before. Slippery Sid, ding! Blind Alley, ding! Oh, we need a load code. Give it a load code. We've played a lot of these games. They do feature and they do appear quite a lot of the time. So, but for a minute there, I was kind of like, what is going on? So I had to check a few videos there. I have got a new system of sort of labeling them up to say that I've played them. And clearly this came from a box that I only got a few weeks ago. At the beginning of this whole thing. So I don't know what I was thinking there. My brain went mad there, realistically. But it gave me a good excuse to get myself a cup of coffee. So I hope you've all got a beverage. So cheers to you. I'll drink my coffee. Hang on. Oh God, I love coffee. Anyway, so we got coffee. Blind Alley. I have played this one before. Yes, definitely. 1983. This is a real old sort of selection of games here. This is kind of cool. I'm quite liking this. So basically, if I remember rightly, it might be not the one I'm thinking of. Oh, this might be a new one. There we go. See, but I'm sure we've played Blind Alley before. I'm sure this was a spaceship that flew sort of from a spaceship's point of view down a tunnel, and you blow things up as you go. Might be wrong now, though. Now I'm starting to doubt myself. For a moment ago, I was paranoid that I'd played this one before, and now I can't remember the blooming game. Oops, sorry, knock the cable. We've then got Horace Goes Skiing. An absolute classic, and about 4 million copies out there. I believe there's a couple of misspelt ones, which are the rarer ones, I think, on the general cases of it. And Pymania. I can't remember what Pymania is, but I know we've played it before. So you may use a Kempston joystick to control the directions and speed button to speed with the fire button. 1 for Kempston, 2 to use the keyboard. 2. Blind Alley by Simon Lane, 1983. The instructions: avoid the opponent and traces on the grid. Stay on the grid. Trap opponents with the trace. Conserve power. Press. Life bonus at 1,000. Right, okay. Cool. How do we start? Oh, right, okay. It's Tron. Let's pause. Okay. Alright, okay, I've got rotates. I've got the rotates. There's rotates. So the idea of the game is to get them to crash into their... That's no good. Greatest. Enter your code. Well, let's enter... Well, we've got 0 points. S to start. Let's see if we can do this. I'm not convinced this has featured now on What's on the Tape. I don't remember it. Yeah, I can turn one direction. Can I turn the other? I can't work out how to turn the other direction. What? Hang on. It's very weird. I seem to be able to find left and right. I can't seem to find up and down. Let's try this again. S to start. That must be down. So it turns that way. I can go faster with that button. This is weird. C and B seem to turn it, rotate it, but it's really weird that I can't find another button for it. Let's see if we can find it. This is not a game that I was expecting, so no, I've not played this before. Well, definitely not played this before. You'd think there would be cursor keys, because that's usually the way these things go. I don't understand why that one... C and B seem to do something. Right. I can only seem to rotate one way. So I can go like... Oh. N and M? N? No, N kills me. M. M kills me. This is really a strange game. C does changes of direction, but it only seems to go one way. Maybe it's C and A, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Are you with me? If it is, I'm going to be utterly amazed. No, because A pauses the game. So I've changed that direction to go C direction, but then I can't push it again. It doesn't go again. So basically that goes left. Sorry, right. B goes down. I wonder... it goes down. So C will turn me left. Oh, hang on. This is so confusing. Let's see if we can get move a different direction. Down. Right. I'm going to quickly look it up and see if we can find the controls, because that's really annoying, that one. Blade Alley, the controls for it. So let's see if we can find the instructions for Blade Alley, because that's kind of annoying. Because actually it looks like it's okay fun, to be fair. I thought this was a spaceship that flew down it, so I've definitely not played this before, by the way. Definitely not. No, it's that. There are two Blade Alleys. This is a different version of Blade Alley. Which version have I got here? This is by Simon Lane, wasn't it? Blade Alley. Was that right? Simon Lane? Yes, that's right. Simon Lane, Spectrum Games, Blade Alley. Yep, I've found the cover. It was released by... Oh, let's see. Sunshine Software. Simon Lane's Blade Alley. Let's see if I can find the controls on the instructions here. We've got Blade Alley. Let's see if we can find the instructions. I've got a big copy of the inlay here. Let's have a look at this. Load code. It's based on a game from the your pursuit of you in your craft. Load code. No instructions on the press the way to do it to do it. There was cash prizes though. You see the code at the bottom there. If you got a good code, you'd get a you can put those codes in and send them to them, and then you might be able to get a cash prize every Tuesday at your local newsagents. How marvellous was that? Yeah, not one that I've had. I quite like the cover though. It's got this sort of like that cycle bike sort of flying along through the screen. It kind of looks kind of cool, sort of whipping around, but as if it's in some kind of it's the grid. Welcome to the grid. Oh, the keys are Cap Shift. Oh my goodness, Cap Shift X. There we go. Cap Shift Z. That makes more sense. Why didn't I wait for that to appear? N. Oh, pardon me. And J, and then there was a button to fire there. I missed it, but never mind. It doesn't really matter. Let's press the start button. I know what it's doing. Know what I'm doing now. Oh, that was much better. Computer's zapping along beside me now. You're dead. There's one down. Oh, blew myself up. That was kind of cool. I like it. Now we know what we're doing. Oh, that's you dead. That's one down. That's quite good. Plays quite well, actually. He's going to run out of space before I run out of space. Yeah, he's dead. He's killed himself. Bonus time. Excellent. There's a way to speed up as well, I think. Oh, I went back on myself. I think it's the I button to speed up. It's like I can go like speedy fast. There, like that. And use more fuel. There's one down. He's totally lost it out of space. Oh, got him. It's two down. Yeah, it's quite good, this. Oh, God. That's actually tough, that. With the way they come out of there. Well done, you've got an name in the high score table. Yes! I pushed the wrong key there. I'm going to be J Demon. Stole somebody else's name there. Yeah, no, that's actually not too bad. I quite like that one after we got into it. After we got over the initial sort of what we're doing with it, that's actually quite cool. That's really nice. Must find a copy of that. Blind Alley. Looks really good. Blind Alley from Sunshine. Must look for that. I've got to do my little. I've got to do my monthly sort of buy a few games from Retro Cavern shortly. So I'll be putting that down on the list if I can find it. That is, and see if we can find it. So this is Horoscope Skiing. There are 4 billion copies of this now, actually, to be fair. There's going to be at least 5 million, and I think that's the number of Spectrums that were sold, wasn't it? So there has to be one for every Spectrum owner, unless there's a few others bought as well. So I'm guessing that everybody had a copy of it, because it kind of came bundled with everything. Everybody, that was the time, wasn't it? I mean, Amstrad bundled, was it 12 games they bundled with their 464, which was quite nice, actually. Some of them were quite good. Oh, Mummy, still not the Spectrum version, but the Amstrad CPC version of Oh Mummy is just a fantastic arcade game, and it plays really well, and it's got great sort of silly music, and there's all the Roland games, Roland in the Caves, and which one was the one that was a version of Fred? There was one that was a version of Fred from the Spectrum version, but either way, there was some great little games that came out that were given with it, apart from Bridget and Animal and Vegetable, I think it was, wasn't it, and Mineral. But other than that, brilliant stuff that came with it. But Horace here, good old Horace here, right? I mean, everybody thinks of him as a Spectrum mascot, but this guy, he was a bit sneaky. He appeared on the Commodore 64 as well. He did. He did a little moonlighting work there on the old C64. And was it Horace Goes Skiing that he did it on? I can't remember, but he certainly moonlighted a little bit. He was a bit of a naughty character there. A little skipping over one side to the other. I mean, I always thought of Horace being a Spectrum man through and through, but clearly he's not. Just keep an eye on that Horace. He's got shifty eyes, look. Modern coffee now. Oh, coffee is so good. It really is. I love coffee. Oh, wow. It's excellent coffee. Right, anyway, sorry, where were we? Yeah, Horace Goes Skiing. No, it's classic. A little 16k game, cross the road, do the Frogger style, ski down the mountain, make enough money from skiing down the mountain that you can buy tickets to cross the road. Once you run out of money, that's it. One of the harshest things in the game is that the ambulances come pick you up are the same ambulances that run you over, which is quite hilarious, really. So here we go, Horace, and that screen, continually running. We risk our lives to get a pair of skis. We get a pair of skis, then we run across the road, and then we ski down the mountain. Made it the first time. So Horace skis down the mountain, and you've got to go through the gates, and it's alright. The skis are still okay. We're good. Oh, we lose points for not doing that. Pass through the gates. Lost all our money. Horace, go through the gates, man. I tell you what, we did definitely go through that gate there. And we ski at the bottom. I think if we ski all the way at the bottom, we just start the ski hut again and we can do it again because we don't have to rent any more skis. So the ski rental is the element of the game that's really hard. This is such a tough game. This really is. The skis are still okay. Good stuff. Nice one, Horace. Let's keep skiing. And ski for our lives. Was that game Skate or Die, wasn't it? It was a skateboarding game. Skate or Die. Was that an 8 game? I'm feeling it was. Oh, we got an extra 100 points. Well done, Horace. We kept our skis. We're back at the ski shack, and we get to go again. Oh no, ambulance fee, $10. Australian dollars, I've discovered, by the way. That's the reason why it's a dollar sign, not a pound sign. After all these years, I hadn't realised. But to be fair, it was only recently. I say only recently. It's kind of one of those things that came along, and I realised that Horace was Australian. It's probably why he's not very good at skiing, to be honest with you. I don't expect there's many Australian Olympic skiers, and I don't suppose to do many winter sports things. I guess. Oh God, the skis are broken. So now I have to cross the road again and get another set of skis because I broke the skis because I've walloped them too many times. So this is the harsh bit. So we've got to have $10 to get some skis. We have skis. Our dollars are our lives, and I've just ambulance fee, and that's it. It's all over. We're all over. Horace has skied his last. Sorry, no money, no ski. It's just said like that, simple as it's going to be. No money, no ski. That should be his motto, actually, to be honest with you, shouldn't it? It should be a tagline. No money, no ski, Horace. Anyway, right, let's carry on. Let's see what's next. This should be Pie Mania. Oh, that's the end of that bit. Should be Pie Mania. There was some game, was it Legend of Pi or something the other day that we had to do, and somebody said to me you just got to type in, like, I don't know, Pi or something like to get into the building. Was the answer to the whole thing Pi? Like, was it Legend of Pi? Something like that. Anyway. I don't know if I finished any of my conversations about Switch games. I just love Switch games, by the way. I was just going to say, because they're nice indie titles and they're all sort of complete. Very, 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 very playable sort of stuff. Right, okay, let's have a go at this. Has anybody got anything nice planned for today and tomorrow? Apart from obviously watching What's on the Tape to completion, and maybe twice. And twice on a Sunday. But beyond that, I mean, have we got anything planned? As if I can hear you, you know what I mean? It's not exactly like a live stream. I was watching a video actually the other day, and I'm not a big fan of him. I'm not a big fan really. I know some people like him, but I'm not particularly a big fan of a particular man with a hat. And I was watching, and I briefly watched one of his videos, and he said he would manage to damage his channel very badly by doing live streams from YouTube, because what had happened is people would drop in and drop out of the live streams, unlike his other videos, which basically it's time related realistically. Why YouTube either loves you or hates you because of the time that you spend on something, or people spend on the channel doing certain things. And he'd basically done these live streams, and people dropped in and out of the live streams, and thus were spending less time watching in general, although there'd be plenty of people watching over the whole thing. And it's basically good old YouTube decided to use the algorithms that it has at its disposal to reduce his views, and in fact it almost crushed his channel. I thought it was quite interesting, really, that element of it. But so if I ever did do live streams, I think I'd have to be over on Twitch, because that doesn't make any difference over there. And to be fair, I on Twitch I'm going to have to compete with all the young ladies playing games and all that kind of stuff and demanding money. You know, pay me now, come to my channel, pay me now. You know, that's what they do, don't they? So I believe that's the modern day equivalent. That's so weird. That really, that's so weird. I've seen some of those clips of those channels where these young ladies sort of dress with sort of, with less clothing and whatever else is. And I'm happy to do it on the Twitch channel if that floats your boat. But with less clothing, and they don't actually do anything other than demand money. I mean, that's what they do. They literally tell you to pay money so that you can stay. You know, if you can't afford to stay and watch my channel, then go away. That's a really weird world we live in where that happens. I mean. It's very weird. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but I think that's kind of odd, because you don't even. I mean, it's not like you're getting anything in return. We get a shout out, maybe, possibly. You know, shout outs on this channel are free, by the way. If you want a shout out, put it in the comments below, and I'll do a shout out for you next week. All right, your name will be shouted out. And there you go. Comments on this channel are free. Shout outs are free. But yeah, a very very odd world we live in. But yeah, Twitch apparently is the place to do it, because it really affects your viewing figures if people drop in and out of things instead of actually just watching it sort of more continually or whatever else is. Or in my case, about 30 seconds on each video. But when you've got 2,000 of them, it doesn't matter really. But yeah, it's a weird thing that actually, you know, you get numbers from weird sort of factors. In my case, just volume, no, quantity over quality. It's our motto here. Oh, if I had the money and the time. But actually, to be fair, if I had the time, I could improve the quality of these mightily. But I just don't have. I like to get the volume out of, and I like to do the things I like to do, and I just don't have the time to do the quality I'd like to do. There's so many more things I'd like to do. I always wanted to do the sort of, you know, that green screen thing that people do and drop themselves into the bottom corner of the game or something like that. I'm not suggesting it entirely for what's on the tape. However, I'm not completely adverse to doing it. But I've never got round to sorting out that kind of facility and all the things that go with it. And to be fair, you know, getting my head round all this extra stuff just sometimes quite annoying, realistically. So, I'm planning some more trips to charity shops though during this sort of week that I've got off. I'm excited about that. I'm going to cross back into good old Scotland. Nicola Surgeon sent me a letter personally, said please come back. The Scottish economy requires your English pounds, or certainly the charity shops require your English pounds. And I was like, yep, that's lovely, thanks Nicola, and please, you know, stop sending me signed photos with kisses on. Don't need them. Oh no! R-Tape error at the last second there. That's just typical. That's typical. Right, okay, let's swap it over. Let's get Pymania on something else. I knew something like that would happen. I knew it was going to happen. Right, okay, let's press new. Pymania. I can't even remember what Pymania is. It kind of... No, I can't even remember. I give up. Absolutely give up. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. I've got the button. Okay, let's have a little look. Let's have a little search of iMania on PlayZX. Pimania. Pimania. Come on, search. No, it's going funny. Search. How do you spell Pimania? Exactly like that. Can I not spell it? Oh, there we go. Pie. Oh, Piggy. That's a classic game. Piggy. I enjoyed that. Played that a few weeks ago. It was quite good, actually. Oh, Pipe Mania. That's a classic as well. Pie Mania. Have we not got Pie Mania? Pie Mania. Is it hyphen? It's probably not licensed, funnily enough, to be sort of freely distributable. Because the thing about Pimania, and to be fair, we've got loads of other things to do. What we'll do is we'll carry on, and I'll see how I feel about doing it. I might dig it out for next week. I'm not even sure I've got that. Pimania, certainly. I think I've got footage from the Vega, because the Vega is basically has a lot of the Pi games from that Automate, I think it is the name of the company that owns them. So I've got a lot of the games there. So I think there was if anything, there's probably a slight licensing issue there with that one. That's probably the reason why we can't find it there. But anyway, we're on to the next one. This will be Saberwolf. Oh no, there's more Pimania data. No wonder. Right, okay. Well, that's fine. We'll carry on. Well, there's a little bit of a funny bit there, so I wonder. I'm surprised by that. Pimania is not available. Saberwolf. Doodle-doodle-doodle. Pimania. Sorry, I was just... funnily enough, I put my phone in to do PlayZX, and as usual, something popped up on the screen. I was like, oh okay, this is interesting. Something going on, but it's sorted now anyway, so it's good. It's good. Right, okay. Saber Wolf. The Wolf Saber. This is the prequel to Nightlaw, which has a epic box. To be fair, this one had an epic box as well. This is a cardboard box as well. It's one that I want for my collection, but I'm not as big a fan of it as I would like. The weird thing is, though, it's games like the Willow Pattern, which is basically the same sort of thing where you run around the maze until you do whatever else is. And the Willow Pattern, obviously based on the pattern that goes on to the plates that you see in the plates. The Willow Pattern being a story of a prince and a princess running away from their father and whatever else it is to get married because of sort of a Romeo and Juliet-esque sort of thing, and then finally they turn into two birds to fly away, don't they? Is that right? If I remember rightly? There's something similar, very similar anyway, but it's painted on the plates. It used to be painted on the plates anyway, years ago. You used to get a lot of Willow Pattern things. They're very pretty, actually, if you've got some really nice ones. I had some, who gave them to us? I can't remember, but anyway, it was a number of years ago, a family friend gave us some actual Chinese. They came from China. Very thin bone china, and it was real, and it's beautifully engraved with the Willow Pattern things, and it looked. To be honest, it was beautiful. I mean, this china was so thin, though. You could almost see through it. It was so thin, but it's just a beautiful sort of set. I don't even know where it is. I'm sure it's somewhere in the house. I mean, we had it a while, but it was just very, 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 very pretty indeed. It was just a very nice sort of patterned. thing. You used to see it everywhere once upon a time. It was on everything. Willow pattern was on everything. Nowadays you don't see it at all. I'm sure some kind of there'll be some kind of politically correct thing nowadays. But anyway, that's what it used to be anyway. So. Sable. It's amazing though that touch wood, we've had a quite good load here from most of these games, and then we get to something like that Pie-Mania, which I can't even remember what that looks like. Let's Google it quickly. Let's see if I can remember Pie-Mania. Yeah, there'll be probably no license for Pie-Mania. That'll be the reason why it won't be licensed to share. Pie-Mania. That's the one. Pie-Mania. Oh no, it's that mad adventure game. It is. It's that mad adventure game where you have to type pie in it to begin with. God grief. I'm surprised that's not on there. So basically, we had this one. This one's cropped up before on What's on the Tape. I'm just looking at the inlay here, and it has there's like a sun or whatever else. It's an adventure game that's for real. The adventure quest that's for real. It says at the bottom of it, and the idea was you had to finish the game. And then there was a prize that you could win if you actually did it. There's a £6,000 prize. The adventure game that's for real. £6,000 prize. 3 hit single. And a ZX Spectrum all thrown in if you actually did it. So it was invest £10 or £8 on the ZX81. And you basically could win this prize for if you beat it, and one of the first things you had to type into it to get past a certain point was the word pie. I believe was the first thing to do, because it was the Pie-Mania. So I'm not going to bother loading that because I blooming hate it. No, I don't hate it, but it wasn't much fun. But yeah, you had to finish it, and it's got that picture of the little pie man who's completely nude on the front of it. He's pink with a large nose, and he's just nude on the front of it. That's his thing. You know what I mean? That's his thing. It's a Pie-Mania, and there's his thing. Such a strange game. We did have it load once, and I couldn't get past the title screen because I had to type pie. I was thinking it was something else. I was thinking it was like a Qbert clone, but clearly not. It's just whatever it is. But yeah. Oh, almost there. I always think that tiger looks a bit suspicious down the bottom there. It's like, yeah, I'm going to eat a saber, man. It does. It's just down the bottom there. It's just yum. He's just eyeing you up the whole time. It's loads. Not including all the other eyes around the edge of the screen, of course, staring at you. Great little game, this one. A lot of fun. Not my favourite, but a lot of fun, I suppose. Willow Pattern was more my thing. Right, okay. Let's go with the keys. So the idea is we're trying to find the Saber Wolf amulet to become the wolf, which is then what you try and stop being, I guess, at the end of the other one? Or are you hunting the Saber Wolf? Can't remember the exact ins and outs of the story, but anyway. Right, okay, let's go for it. So that's us, a little saber man there. Oh, I've been thrown across the room already and died. I think it's got a little wild run. We got a fencing thing. We fenced the things. The different there's some flowers that if you touch certain flowers, certain things happen. They change they give you abilities to the flowers. Oh gosh, I forgot how bad I am at this though. That's maybe why I don't like it that much. That I just feel a little bit like I'm kind of running against it. Now I've got this invincibility type thing. Did the locations of the amulet change? Does anybody remember that? Whether the amulet changed location wise? I'm just dying all over the place. It's a beautiful game, don't get me wrong. I'm just not a massive fan of it. It's one that you need to map. It's one that you have to go through across the levels. It was quite revolutionary for its time. It was beautiful. It was well engineered. It was well done by ACG or Ultima. It just never floated my boat really. So I mean, if you liked it, good for you. I'm not massive fan. Can't take it or leave it, that one, very much. Take it or leave it. Definitely a take it or leave it in my book. Right, okay, let's go on. See what else we've got on here. And everything so far seems to be right as we go along. Oh, right, here comes a favourite of certainly a few people that this one's popped up. This one's popped up a lot. It's been a while since it's actually reared his Dustman head. But it's been a while since he's turned up. It's Trash Man. I rather like Trash Man. It's a little arcadey. I hadn't realised until somebody told me that you have to go visit the people at the doorstep. Once you take the bin away and put it in the old ash cart, and then put it back again, that you can come to the door and then get extra points and bonus points by going up to the people at the door frame and sort of saying hello to whatever else is, and they have you take away the 4 megabyte spectrums and things like that. It's quite good, and it harks back as well to that original time when your Dustman used to take away your bin, but it was like a big sort of circular thing, and it was a weekly thing, and they used to carry them, and nowadays they have trolleys that they put them on, and if they drop anything in the road they don't care. Once upon a time they actually used to carry them down and put them in it, and they used to put it in the back of the lorry, and health and safety wasn't the big thing that is. And I completely understand nowadays, wanting to do the bins sort of properly and have them pushed down, but they made them heavier effectively though by doing that, because when he was doing it down there on the screen, you see his Trash Man there, down on the screen, he's got a trash cat thing on it, but they made it even heavier, didn't they, when they did that? But of course, they also kind of tried the madness of, the madness that is, dividing it all out into recycling. I don't know how everybody else's recycling is, but ours is a real pain in the behind. To do bags for cardboard and plastic, and then a box for your jars and your metal stuff, and they're all too small, because we unfortunately in this world we generate a lot of plastics and things like that, and it doesn't make me change entirely the way I do things, because of the fact I know that I'm not going to have space to put in the recycling. It just means that there's more recycling. Realistically, it's not. The change comes from the people who are there, not necessarily consumers. Yes, you can go out not buying, the sort of the things, but it's just, I don't know, annoying anyway. It is. It's the manufacturers. They're the people who should be doing it should be biodegradable and all this kind of stuff. And we're not talking like it shouldn't. It should go quite quickly. Paper stuff is probably your best bet, to be honest with you, but not waxy apparently. And then, of course, there's the old pizza thing. You know this one? So you get yourself a pizza, you order a pizza online, and you deliver it, and you've got the cardboard box left, and it's been stained by the grease that's within the cardboard. Apparently, they can't process that cardboard then. It actually gets to go in the bin, because the grease affects the cardboard repulping process. So, basically, if you get pizza in a cardboard box, and there's no way to wash that out, because it affects the process so badly that they'll bin a batch. So you're better off putting it in the bin than trying to recycle it. Not bad, but nobody told you that. There's the big makers of pizzas say we've got cardboard and all this kind of stuff, and the whole time you can't actually do anything with that blooming cardboard. So useless fact for the day. There was something else I saw recently that was oh yeah, I tell you what I got as well recently. A guy from work, thank you very much, brought in something he'd found in his attic, and it was an Odyssey. It's not an Odyssey. It's a video pack G7000, which is a ridiculous name because it's actually the Odyssey. So it's an Odyssey console. So this is the kind of same age as sort of the Atari 2600. And he brought this in. And he had 6 games for it as well. Cartridges, looking very nice, very dirty. Give it a good cleaned out. Looks very nice. Need a power supply for it. But it's a cracking little game. Let's see if I can change the keyboard. Select your control method. Oh, I have to use the cursor keys. Oh, it's horrible. Right, coffee quickly. But yeah, so he brought this Odyssey in. And it's a cracking little machine. It really is. It's what do I do? How do I do that? Oh, I've got to do it with this. That's right. Alright, okay, Demon. Yeah, it's a cracking little machine, but I need a power supply for it to get it working. Apparently the same Atari 2600 power supply will work with it. Unfortunately mine's a slightly different model, either newer or older. I can't work out which it is, because it's got a different type of adapter for it, so apparently I'll have to make modifications to it. So I'm going to see if I can get one of my friends to do this for me, to see if we can get it working, because I'd like to give it a try. I wasn't really that era of no more applicants, and there we go, Montague Road. But yeah, cracking idea. So we've got to stay off the grass, and we've got to go out here, and you see there's the bonus time at the top corner. That's also my timer to finish it. I'll give that a good empty, and you got a lot lighter, so you go a lot faster once you've dropped the bin down. And then we're about to go, and then they'll come to the door. Do you want a tip? I do. Another 50. That adds 50 to my bonus. And what's the tip? That's got Trashman worried. I'm his tax inspector. Right, okay. Oh, sugar. That's it. It's all over. Game over. Trashman killed in Montague Road. Trashman of the year. Fred Scrooge. Leaves a wife, 3 kids, and so many points. There must be a way to change the keys on this. I'm sure there is. Right, is there a way to change the keys? Space. Has it got to be cursor keys? I think it has to be. That's a shame, because that's the rubbish, basically, cursor keys. Better on joystick. Right, okay, let's go for it again anyway. So let's see what we can do better there. But yeah, no, Odyssey was really nice. I thought it was a really nice gesture. So, and the games are complete and in the boxes. So I'm kind of looking forward to playing that, because they effectively, the Odyssey was the one of the first home consoles. And it was a nice little gesture. Very big device though, huge. But it has a little Intel 448 processor in it. That's what runs it. And that processor basically is one of Intel's very earliest processors. Turns up in a lot of things. And there we go. Another useless fact for the day. I love the shadowing here. It's just amazing. It looks really good. So we've got to run up the road here. Get this chucked onto the back of the truck. Here we go. Run. Chuck that in there. Let's dump this back down here. Try not to walk on the grass. There's dogs that chase you later, which is really annoying, actually. There we go. Dump that there. And this person should come to the door and give us some advice. Would you like... We're obsessed with this thing. Can you take it away? It's a Spectrum, if I remember rightly. Your time goes down, by the way. No one will believe I ever picked up a Spectrum. Yeah, no, they won't. Not nowadays, anyway. Run across the road. Let's get in here. I'll pick this up. This is a quick one. This is an easy one. There's only 5 bins on this road. It's quite a good game. I really like this though. It is a very good game actually. But Trashman's one of my faves. Simple premise. Beautifully executed. Looks lovely. It's good on the Spectrum. It's on the Spectrum. It's on the Amstrad. It's on the Commodore 64 as well actually. I think the Spectrum wins this one hands down though. It's definitely a sexy version of Trashman, if you can have such a thing as a sexy version of Trashman. So, of course you moved out of the way. Of course you did. Okay, so we've got plenty of time left. Would you like a copy of 3D Monster Maze? Of course I would. It's pirated, of course. And running short of time. What on earth did you expect? An original? Yeah, exactly. Done a little pirate of it. The naughty lad. He's a bad un. Right, okay, last bin. Do like this game. Really simple. Better with a joystick though. Playing cursor keys are horrible. I never understood cursor keys back in the day. I never understood the AMG people going with the approach they did. So for their keys either, the QA RT, the QWERTY but without the Y. And Run off the road. I think we're done. Good day's work, trash man. See you another day. Yay. 6 bins. Here we go, 6 bins. We're on it. Oh, and of course there's people biking down the roads now. It's a good one, this one. Drop the bins properly. I like the way the houses look, to be honest with you, as well. I do like the look of it. Nice big houses as well. Look, this one's got greenhouse in the bottom of it. I'm going to go this way. This way, round the pavement. There we go. Come and look at my Spectrum with 4 megabytes of memory. Yes, I want to see your Specky. I've forgotten what... Only problem is I've forgotten what I wanted it for. Come on. Ah, sugar! That was nasty. That was good, though. We like Trash Man. Oh, I like Trash Man. If you don't like Trash Man, that's tough. I like Trash Man. Trash Man's good. Trash Man's a good game. Right, okay, next. Ant Attack. Now, this is always interesting. I always like this one. The load on this, because you'll see at the beginning of this one, when this comes on, that it says at the beginning of it, soft 3D or something similar, patent pending. Now, if the guy who genuinely did patent this technology back then, or was pending patents, this guy should have spent his entire life suing every single computer game since then. Because basically his patent was for that of 3D shaded characters and blocks. Well, every single game, modern game nowadays, uses 3D rendered graphics, which are basically this, as effectively textures rendered on a surface. And they can't argue it isn't. So the guy who created Ant Attack should have spent his entire life suing everybody, and probably winning, to be honest with you. He should have started early if he was going to it, and sort of sued him early for the technology. He, to be honest, he'd be the richest man alive. He probably every game that was created would probably have to pay him commission for anything it generated, revenue-wise, if it wasn't flat sort of 2D style graphics. I mean, that to be fair, it's one of those things I really should look up realistically. But he did do this. That was the thing. I'm going to see whether or not it appears on here. Assuming this is the same Ant Attack. However, it is loading, and it isn't loading a loading screen thus far. So this could be a different Ant Attack. But the guy who did the original, the Ant Attack I'm thinking of, the Quicksilver version of Ant Attack, basically had this thing about I think it's called soft 3D. Or soft cell 3D or something similar, patent. But to be honest with you, that guy should have sued, shouldn't he? He should have sued absolutely everybody for that. He'd be the richest man alive. Because considering the computer game industry is so rich in comparison, you know, so really, really, really rich. Interesting though, very interesting. But this is loading not the way of normal Ant Attack, so this is going to be interesting. Is this another Ant Attack? A bit like that Blind Alley was another version. It was actually Blade Alley I was thinking of, wasn't it? Not Blind Alley. That was Blind Alley, not Blade Alley. That's what I was thinking of. I'm glad it's turned into something completely different, to be honest with you. But Slippery Sid was a good one. I like Slippery Sid. We have that back there. That was a good one. I've got that on cassette somewhere. It's one of the few that from Rabbit... Was it Rabbit Software? Or Silversoft, wasn't it? Silversoft that doesn't have a red case, which is a bit disappointing, because I like it when people stick with the same format for them. I kind of, I don't know about anybody else, but I kind of like that same forward. I think that's the reason why Hit Squad is so popular, because they have that same sort of format for almost all the games. There are a few that are different, but you can kind of know that those are, for instance, you know, Spectrum ones are the yellow band at the top of it, and the same style out, you know, same sort of casing, and then you've got the, you know, the Amstrad, I think is orange, isn't it? The Atari, and I think the MSX. The MSX, I think, is white, and the Atari is green, if I remember rightly. And, of course, then there's the Commodores, which is red. So, I mean, but it's just that styling is there, isn't it? It's something you can put up on the thing, and it's like a nice stack of shelved books, isn't it? If you've got a nice sort of like a run of things that are all together, you know, it's quite nice to sort of see that, realistically. Unlike me, of course, who loves them all mixed up and in a bit of a funny order. And I have to say, my hit squads aren't much better. And I'm not a hit squad collector. I just don't mind them on the side. They look nice. It must upset everybody's sense of zen when you get to things like Pictionary, though, where they don't actually have anything. There you go. Here it is. Look, soft, solid, 3D patent pending. Soft, solid. Sandy White should be the richest man alive at this point. But he isn't. Right, okay, so the idea of Art Attack is brilliant. It's B-movie goodness at its best. So you can be a boy or a girl, and you have, if you're a girl, you rescue the boy. If you're a boy, you rescue the girl. And it's a city full of ants, huge, giant ants, and, they basically have to save them. You hear a voice screaming, help me, help me, and you have to save them. It's B-movie badness at its best. Giant ants and saving people. Perfect. Right, I'm gonna be the boy, because I've been the girl quite a lot in these things when I've done it. After a long journey, you see your destination, the high-walled city of Antershire, whatever else it is. As you stand at the high gates, you hear a call for distress, irresistible to a hero like you. You must answer the call, and that's it. Now, I've got to remember the keys. I've got to remember what makes me walk forward. That's throw. Right. There's a button to... That's to rotate. There's the rotate. Let's rotate the view. See soft cell though. That's our hero and what makes him walk forward. That one. That's to rotate that way. That makes him go that way. That's jump. Right, okay, let's rotate the other way. This isn't going to go very well if I can only do that. So, and then throw. Good shot. So here's our little damsel in distress. My hero! Take me away from all of this. Sure thing. I'm sure it's symbol shift, isn't it? Yeah. And then we basically have to wait for them because they're a bit slow. You get so many bites for him and her. So he's got 20 bites that he can do, and she can do so many bites as well. And well done, we've saved somebody. Now I've got to do it. Someone else needs saved. Help me! My hero! And then a little green scanner, so it's hot and cold to find them. It's so cool though, but graphically, he nailed that soft sort of cell look, if that makes sense. And as a result, oh, there we go. Always the same thing. Yeah, don't jump off the edge, whatever you do. Come on this way. They're a little slower than you, so you have to kind of let them catch up occasionally. But otherwise, they're good. I remember playing this, and this is nowhere a lie. Playing this, listening to the Thompson Twins. When I first saw this, I was totally delighted. But it was. I was around at a friend's house, and they had this, and we played this, and we listened to the Thompson Twins album, and that was just fantastic. What a time! What a time to live, huh? You know, I asked the car today, and this is the times, isn't it? So I asked the car when I was playing, and I was going to go to work, and my car links to my mobile like it does nowadays, and all that kind of stuff. And I said to it, I need a tune to play. Play me some Nirvana, and it played me John Lennon. I'm not a big objection to a bit of John Lennon, but that's what it played me instead. And I was like, oh, silly, you blew yourself up. Anyway, so that's the end of the game. But yeah, just Simon of the Times. But yeah, nothing better than a bit of sort of Thompson Twins and Ant Attack. Classic. Fantastic game, and that soft sell should have made him so rich. Anyway, I'm going to quit because otherwise I'll be playing that one for a while. Actually, this next one, oh, I love this one. This is a good one as well. This is a great game when we get to it. I quite enjoyed this one when I played it last time round. It's basically Burger Time, but again, it's a clone of Burger Time with an additional sort of first strange level. So it's a good one. It's definitely a good one. It's really worth playing. I really enjoyed this one. So we're gonna give it a. We're going to give it a go. Mr. Wimpy. And now the Wimpy still exists. Thankfully, somebody put that in the comments below. And at some point, I'm going to visit a Wimpy. Specifically because of Wimpy. I'm going to get a photo of myself outside Wimpy with a copy of the game in my hand. In fact, that's going to happen. As soon as this all this lockdown, things and all the bits and pieces are more back to normal, I'm going to take the whole family with a copy of Mr. Wimpy in my hand to Mr. Wimpy for a Mr. Wimpy. Or for a Wimpy, not a Mr. Wimpy, but you know what I mean. That's going to happen. Oh God, yes, that's so going to happen. I don't know where the closest one is now. Actually, I'm going to have to look and see where the closest one to me is. I've got to ask the question now. I have to ask the question while you're there. You stay there. I'm going to look for it. Where's Wimpy, UK locations? Let's find the locations. Find your Wimpy. Where's my closest Wimpy? I bet it's like 200 miles away. See locations, all locations. It literally can't find me a Wimpy close enough. Where the hell's that from me? There must be a Wimpy. Where's the Wimpy map? There must be. Come on, find a Wimpy. I don't want to find it. Just say. See all locations. There must be a map for it though. I've got to know whether or not there's one closest to me. Wimpy closest to me. Where is the closest Wimpy to me? Kilmarnock, it says. I'm right. Or Birkenhead. Really? That's the closest to me. You are kidding, aren't you? Yeah, so closest to me is in Liverpool, in the Pyramids Shopping Centre. I've never even heard of it. That's the closest Wimpy to me, it seems, and the other one's in Kilmarnock, I think. Is that right? Kilmarnock, and it's temporarily closed. Right, yeah, that's not going to happen for a Wimpy for a while, unless I'm going a couple of 100 miles either way. That's fine. That's how far's that one from me? That's just out of interest. How far is a Wimpy from me? So that one from me is, yeah, 2 hours on the 2-hour journey, and that's the one. That's the Kilmarnock one. It's 2-hour journey to the other one as well. It will happen at some point. I'll have to find an excuse to go there. It's not that far from Glasgow, to be honest with you. So I might find an excuse to go to there at some point. That's just amazing, though. Yeah, but Wimpy, it's gonna happen at some point. We're gonna Mr. Wimpy with a Wimpy, and we have to take the family for a day trip to a Wimpy. I'm such a good dad. It's like, do you know, that was that old adage years ago. It's like, where they were like, I don't know. Do you remember those kind of movies where it'd be like, I don't know. I'm thinking Chevy Chase here, kind of thing. You know, it's like, you can watch Dad play the arcade games. You know, you'll enjoy that, kids. You know, you watch Dad doing that and stuff like this. That kind of thing. Right. Okay. So first off, we have to get our food. What's up and down? What's up and down? That'll down. Yeah, okay. So basically we've got to avoid the potholes which seem to move. Then we have to get us some food while avoiding that nutter there. So this is the first part of the game. This is actually quite a good game. It looks really good on the Commodore 64 as well. I played this on my channel just independently of the whole thing. So got to avoid the E. coli bug. You know, So it's a nice clean wimpy, as you can tell. And we get our tray. Oh, he nicked my tray. Just don't fall down the hole. I've got to get my tray now. So there's a little bonus time thing there. Get off me. So we're going to go this way. Oh. Right, we get our cheese. Or our burger. Oh, yes. Yes, so-and-so. It's not the... It's the E. coli bug that's the pain, not the blooming holes. The holes are fine. The holes are actually alright. It's just watching out for him, because he's all over the place. He's just there, bouncing around while you're trying to get your thing. So, but yeah, Commodore 64 version is really quite nice. It does for a change. It does all the colours. I mean, to be fair, he is a bit brown. He's not like bright red like he would in the Spectrum version, but yeah, that's quite nice. So once we got all our ingredients, this is the kind of sub game to make it not exactly like Burger Time, but it is exactly like Burger Time, because apart from the fact that you've got to do this subsection, oh come on, get off me! That thing is horrible. Really annoying. Right, quick. There we go. So once we've done this, we get into our burger part. So we get into our Burger Time part where we have to make burgers, which is really good. I like this. So it's quite literally the same game. It's not even. It doesn't even try to be anything different. What's the button to got it. Right, so I've even got pepper as well, just like you do in Burger Time, and you squish them in the thing. There's Mr. Spoon instead of Mr. Sausage or whatever he is. So we got to do this, make them into burgers, and then away we go. It's a really good. I mean, I really like it. I think it's really good fun. It's really enjoyable. It's interesting they haven't come back. Oh, they have finally. Took a little while to respawn. Yep, you can stay over there. There's a cup. Okay, and down here, burger, all done, and off we go with the next level. I really like this game, actually. It's really good. It's not a bad version at all. Oh, they're all over me. Let's see if we can get up here and start dropping some burgers on some of them. Alright, you stay there, sausage man. Crazed sausages. These are terrible kitchens, by the way. Terrible kitchens. Hang on, I got them. But I died when I went through them. Weird. Oh well. But yeah, Mr. Wimpy. The mascot of Wimpy. Very cool. Right, okay, let's see what else we got here. So we've got at least 2 more games to go. Apparently we've got... I don't know. I don't think I've done travel with Trashman before. I don't think that's ever appeared. I don't even know what it is. I think I've got it. If I haven't, I'm surprised. I'll be surprised if I don't. I think I got a mass bulk thing, and I'm not sure what this is. Travel with Trashman, and then we've got the is it Tignog, which is a game that everybody says is really, really good, and I personally never got into. Absolutely never got into. It's a game that I think was it given away free on some cover magazines? I bet it was. Good old cover magazines. I bet it was, but I don't remember it at all in the slightest. There is quite a lot of space left on this, so we may yet be a few more things on here. Oh, that's sort of hung. Let's do a little rewind and we'll try that again. That's a bit weird. Sort of little hang there. Let's do that again. Let's give it another try. Very close now, by the way. Amazon could be here any minute now. Just a ring on the doorbell. So if I run away and come back again, it'll be the Amazon man with my indie titles. I've got Battle Axe coming, a golden something or other, and something else. I can't even remember what I've ordered. They just look really good. That's really weird. That's having a little fit, isn't it? It's just proper hanging there. And let's see if we change it to the other tape deck, and we'll see what happens. That's not one. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, 48k basic. Let's put the load dit. Let's press the play button. Let's press the other play button and the other one. We'll see what happens. Okay. R-tape error this time round. Okay, I can live with an R-tape error. I can live. R-tape errors are okay. It's just when you don't give us anything, we kind of get a bit stuck. Let's do that. You got to remember though that these beautiful tapes, these tapes that are so old, they're massively old, and they're back in the early days of What's on the Tape. If you go back, it's kind of like history going back in time in What's on the Tape. Some of the early What's on the Tapes, and that's a beautiful, lovely, solid signal when I put it in here. Some of the early What's on the Tapes. I adjust the azimuth, which sounds like some kind of mythical creature from Tolkien. I adjust the azimuth in an attempt to actually get the thing to work, and that sometimes worked and sometimes didn't. I just used to do all kinds of things. Nowadays, I mean, it's cleaning, and most of them are set. Work most of the time. I don't really have to do that much adjustment. I sometimes do, but not as often as I used to. But the cleaning is there, and it's that's a major factor. Making sure your tape deck is clean, especially as some of these tapes are just absolutely manky. I think that's the word to use. I mean, they really are dirty. They've been in lofts and all kinds of things. I mean, it was like that Odyssey, as I say, that one that was given to me. It's filthy. It really is. It's a really horrible looking. Sort of system, but it's come out nice. It cleans up well, as they say. Cleans up well. Travels. Travel of Trash Man. Here we go. I've got it. Start the tape. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping it's not going to crash just at this title screen, just like it did there. Fingers crossed. Oh, it has. Ooh. I wonder why that is. Nothing playing on the screen either. I mean, it's quite literally its hung. You can't press break or anything. Unless something's loading underneath that I can't see. Somehow I doubt that. Oh. Right, okay, well what we'll do is we'll pop that to one side. What we'll do is we'll pop the tape back in. We'll carry on with the next one after that, which is I think it's Tignog or whatever it's called. And I'll see if I can get the plate, the working from well, I'm gonna try. I'll try and get it loading from something else. We'll see if we get something else loading. We'll have a little look, because I'm quite interested to see that one now. Let's have a little. That's the wrong thing. I want to fast forward that a bit. Is it one of them fast loaders? Do you remember the Strange Loop? Everybody remembers Strange Loop. Strange Loop. I quite genuinely have only ever seen that load about 3 times in my entire life. It's just the most impossible to load because of the fast loader. Because that sounds really fast, that, as a loader. You listen to it. It does. Sounds like a fast loader of some sort. Was it one of those? Was that what it was? There's quite a lot of tape left on here, actually. Wasn't planning an epic. I haven't done an epic for ages, actually. I'll see how I feel. I might do one in the middle of the week here this week and just try and get one done. We'll get a bit of space and time and whatever else it is. Very hollow noise coming out of it now. Ah. There we go. There's a long space there. Oh, bite to tea. There we go. Come on then. Can't be far away now. There's a long gap after Trash Man. Tyrignog something? I don't know. To be fair, it was a game that I think I should have liked, but I didn't like. I've always been a bit funny with that. I don't know if you guys are like that, but I certainly know there's somebody around here who doesn't like the Dizzy game. I mean, I funnily enough, I played that recently. I quite enjoyed it actually as a replay. But it's still, the jumping is still stupid. The whole rolling thing, it just rolls too far. But I get it. He's an egg. It kind of rolls because he's an egg. It's the whole dynamic of the whole thing. But games themselves. It's just some of the games you just don't like. I mean, I never got into Trinanog. I don't know. Anyway, I never really got into like Mario games. I never even got Sonic games either. I get them. They look. I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog's games. Some of them look absolutely blooming gorgeous. But can I get my head around them? No, I still can't. I can't understand the whole requirement to move fast, but at the same time explore things. It just doesn't make sense to me. How fast can you blast through a level, but at the same time, I don't know. It just seems an odd one, realistically. And then Mario's. Sorry, a little cough there. Mario's the same sort of way for me. Mario, it kind of blasts through the level. I never really got over Mario moving on from Donkey Kong, I think. That's my problem. Moving on from Donkey Kong and those Game & Watch games where he used to do silly things, just sort of, catching water and pouring it on something, that kind of thing. I never really, or moving things around in a factory, I never really got past that for Mario, and I quite like those ones, but I'm not keen on Mario as in the current day and age. I did play. I've never played much as Zelda. I did play the Game Boy one years ago, and I know there's several Game Boy ones, and I can't really narrow it down. Link, not to the Link to something or other. Sorry, if you're a Zelda fan, I do apologise, but I kind of played those back in the day, and I kind of enjoyed that one. But I used to play it when I was at work, and it was like my lunch break, and I would have my lunch, and then I'd play some Zelda, save it, and that was it. And that's all I did with it. It was nothing very exciting, if that makes sense. Nothing really, that was the thing. It was fun, and I've got a Game Boy now, and I still love my Game Boy, and I have an O-Droid, which allows you to play Game Boy games, obviously on a sharper screen. The only annoying thing about that is it really does need a volume control. It's got like a button that you press, and the options are quiet, slightly annoyingly quiet, medium, and I can't hear you over the sound of it. So it doesn't. There are a few issues with that. But other than that. The easiest way is to put your thumb over the speaker and it actually kind of dulls it to a level that isn't completely unpleasant to listen to. But other than that, it's a lovely little sort of kit to build. I quite enjoyed building my O-Droid. But I don't know. I've not done mascots really. All my Switch stuff is not necessarily. I have a few things. I like Mario Kart, for instance. I do like Mario Kart. Mario Kart is good. So I have Mario Kart. But most of my Switch stuff, I'm just leaning back to look at some of the Switch stuff that's on my desk. Some of it's like, re-releases of Turrican. We have, Hollow Knight. We have Bizarre. We have Hades. We have Lovecraft Untold Stories. This kind of stuff. Really sort of, shoot 'em up collections. Sort of weird and wonderful, Rad Rogers and a few other things. That there are some great games amongst it, but I'm not buying I'm not buying the what you would call the AAA titles, and actually, to be fair, I'm not going to necessarily lump Nintendo into my hate of sort of AAA, if that makes sense, or hate of the practices that become commonplace, the sort of you're a wallet on wheels for them. So I kind of, you know, I don't really lump them into that, but Nintendo don't really do that. They do their own thing most of the time. However, they do sue everybody, which is kind of annoying sometimes. But I get that as well. Okay, so what do? Oh, there's a button to turn and rotate our direction. That's K. Oh, look. Oh, gosh. The graphics are nice, aren't they? We're walking. I've gone out that door. That's something to pick up. Alright, I like the road. Don't really know what's going on with it, but it looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks nice. We're shirtless as well. It's a very hot day. So that's the approach. Nice shirtless walk. And we got some mountainsides. Oh, we've got K and L. You can just walk around. Definitely a mapping thing, you know, proper map this to find out where you are. North, south and east and west and all that kind of thing going on. Not found anything yet, though. Found nobody or no thing. Right. I think I'm going in circles here. There's a house. Yeah, I've gone in somebody's dwelling. See what's going on in the dwelling. There's a key. I assume there's a button to pick up. Yes, there is. It's Q. Q allows me to steal keys from random people's cave houses. And we're going for it. Maybe it's a quest to find your shirt. You know, it was a rough night out. You wake up in a cave somewhere, as we often all have done in the past, and your shirt's missing. And the aim of the game is to retrieve said shirt. And once you've retrieved said shirt, it's all over. That's it. And it's just I went out for a night out, and all I got was this lousy shirt. Maybe. Okay, I picked up a spade, so clearly a rough night because you ended up in the plains somewhere. Maybe that's all there is to it. Maybe that's the entire aim of the game. Hang on, we found a building. I can't get into it that way though. Let's see if I can get in this way. Nope, we can't get in that way. It must be the other way. Okay, other side. Other side of the building, the sort of jailing building. Here we go. And we can't get in that side either. Huh. Well, that's a shame. Bad Helm we're in now. The quest for the shirt. Yeah. Definitely requires a bit of mapping, I reckon. I feel I would have spent more time on it back in the day, but at the moment I'm definitely not. So right, okay, let's have a little look at see if there's anything else on this tape before we actually call it a day, because I have a feeling that there may be something else snuck on it, possibly. It's pretty full. It's been a pretty full tape, but there is a bit left. And that background sound kind of tells me there's something more to it. Let's fast forward a bit. Oh yeah, you beauty. Come on. What are you? Spiders. Oh, it's Horace and the Spiders. I didn't think it was going to happen. Oh, it did say Horace and the Spiders was on here, didn't it? Oh, brilliant. What a great way to end an episode. With Horace and the Spiders. This is, I think I liked about Horace and the Spiders. I got Hungry Horace first. That was the first one I got. I didn't get Horace Goes Skiing because I bought mine, or my parents bought mine when I was, when it was sort of the rubber key things, and you didn't actually get anything added with it. You had to buy your tape cassette recorder and the cables that went with it and all that rubbish. So I had to choose between Sheer Panic and Horace and Hungry Horace. So I got Hungry Horace. So when I got a chance to get Horace and the Spiders, I was very keen because I'd taken to Horace before I knew that he spent time with the brown menace that is Commodore 64s. But no, I kid. But I was very keen on Horace. I thought Horace was a lovely, strange but good mascot. So I was very keen to get Horace and the Spiders. And I really liked Horace and the Spiders because Horace and the Spiders did something different that Hungry Horace didn't. In Hungry Horace, it was a kind of Pac-Man style clone, and you had to run around avoiding the park wardens while eating all these flowers. I know, bizarre. In Horace Goes and the Spiders, Horace has serums to stop him getting poisoned by the spiders. And the first level is to run along and jump up little sort of cliff fronts to do it. But he's just like going full belt, and I'm assuming that he's behind Horace is a herd of hungry spiders ready to cocoon him and suck his nutrients out. You know, that's what's behind Horace as he runs along and leaps up these bankments. That's what I thought anyway, so that's the reason why I was running permanently. And you had to jump over spiders as well as you went, and then you had to use your way to jump through the level by the spiders' ropes as they tried to pull you up and again eat you. And then, of course, you finished off beautifully by jumping on spiders' heads, because that is the perfect way to end any game. So William Tang, there you go. See, serum, one less serum. Watch out. Yeah, I know. You got to time it spot on as well, which is really blooming annoying. Right, okay, so we have to... Come on. Come on, let me jump on. There we go, so we got to jump. It's bizarre, because you won't jump unless it's close enough to it. And then you just jump up and down to get across this. It's actually not as dangerous as it looks with those crazy spiders. They're beautifully designed spiders, though. I love those blooming things. Alright, and then... Gonna jump off the edge. No! I got ate by a spider. Do you know something? I could have sworn I just need to jump off the edge of that once I did that. Maybe it's just me being stupid, but that's all I thought you had to do. Just jump across the edge. Yeah, and then we do that. And then just drop... Yeah, that's it. Drop down off there, and that's it. So now we get into the dig dug approach to it. What's the jump? What's the dig? That one. So basically, you have to make holes for the spiders to fall in, and then when the spider falls in the hole, you jump on its blooming head and kill it. That's it. So this is kind of his revenge. So basically, I'm assuming that what happened to poor old Horace here is it was assaulted by a spider. And then required his revenge, which is perfectly reasonable if you ask me. So he's going around killing spiders. I quite like this level, though. This is my favourite level of it, of course. All the other ones are a little bit more sort of... They're just like me. They're alright, but this is actually quite a good level, this one. This bit with the spider killing. I'll go. And then, of course, if you made a hole below it like I did, you basically didn't do the... You basically couldn't kill the blooming spider. But anyway, there's a spider killed. Get this one before he goes. Jump on his head. Spider down. Spider down. And then we go up here, and hopefully we'll get this spot. Oh, killed, died, one less. No serums, dangerous to go on. No more spider killing for the Horace. It's good. It's a good little game. I rather enjoyed Horace and the spider. I notice it's the spider, not the spiders. I think everybody calls it spiders, don't they? Right. Okay. So we're going to leave the masterpiece from Beam Software and William Tang, and we're going to move on to see if there's anything left just on the last cusp of this tape. I suspect not, and then we'll have the other side next week. Now I think the next week is going to be short in the sense of what's on the tape, that side, but. Oh, this is a good sign, by the way. It's absolute silence here. But I'll put something else aside just in case it's short, or we'll dig something out. I've got some cover tapes right beside me. We'll just pick up one and we'll randomly do it. That'll be the way to do it. Some Crash Smash tapes and everything. And that, dear friends, is what's on the tape. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next week. Bye-bye now.